Next thing we want to look at is squatters. So you don't know what squatters are. I'm assuming everybody knows what squatters are, but squatter breaks into your house or breaks into a house, lives there, and they will have a scam where, oh, we got a renter's agreement, a mortgage agreement. This is our house. So in some states, unless you have proof, like cameras, that's why you need cameras in your rentals apartments or anything like that, cameras, that they broke in. If the police they see that fake renter's agreement, it don't matter if you got one too. They will not make them leave. Now that's some states. Some states, if they've been in there for 30 days, you got to have uh, an official eviction notice with the courts, which can take six or so months. Now this was a big problem, COVID and everything like that, because they would not. So during COVID, they would not evict anyone. They would not evict anyone. So you would have to. They had like an eviction pause. So people are staying in the places, not paying any kind of rent, but the landowner still has to pay his mortgage and any kind of services that he already was providing. So if he was providing water or power and they pay him for that, no, he has to keep providing those same services. But what happened in Chicago, this man decided to, hey, if they're not going to leave, I'm going to move in with them. So let's jump into that.
Chicago man says he did the unthinkable when he discovered alleged squatters in his property. He decided to move in with them. Marco Velasquez is the owner of this Southside property, which is on the market to be sold. He says his realtor came by with a potential buyer, but there was already people inside.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare.
Velasquez says a woman named Charmaine and her boyfriend Codero moved in, claiming they recently purchased the property. He says the couple showed police this mortgage.
What I say, they're going to show a mortgage or some kind of renter's agreement saying that, oh, they are allowed to live here. This is what they signed. So the cops aren't going to do anything. They're like, oh, well, you got to go through the courts.
Document. But Cook County confirms they don't see this mortgage on record. Velasquez's realtor recorded this video as the couple explained to police they had a right to be there.
Y'all bogus right now. I'm listening, bro.
He says police told them under Illinois' current law, they couldn't remove anyone.
I said I'm not moving out, and I said at the one point they gotta leave. They gotta get tired of us being in the property. I called a couple of friends, stay overnight, and I knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me that you and your friends came in and moved in with them?
Yes.
Velasquez says he, his wife, and their friends got a few air mattresses and spent the night with the alleged squatters.
We stayed in the living room. We were watching all the time the door. They stayed in one of the bedrooms.
The next morning, he says he realized they were not budging.
They're like, oh, well, we want $8,000.
Velasquez.
They want $8,000 to get out of your house. $8,000 to get out of your house. If it was me, I'm releasing so many bugs. You got to do something to where, like, you're not going to tell nobody, but a giant infestation of roaches popped up. This is giant. Like, I don't know what it is. A giant infestation of roaches. Something. So many bugs. Spiders. My pet snakes accidentally got out. Something. They are leaving that house. Leaving. 8 bands to get out of my own house? It's crazy. But let's keep going.
He says they negotiated. He had the couple sign a cash for key agreement, and he paid them $4,300 to leave.
We wouldn't want to give them money, but we heard, really bad stories about.
He was messing with professionals. Hey, good negotiator. He was able to get it down from $8,000 to $4,300, but no, so many bugs would have been released, and I'm just laying down and with a smile on my face, waiting for them to leave. As soon as they leave, locks are changed, cameras are installed, and the exterminator is getting called. It's as simple as that.
About squatters taking over properties 6, 8, 10 months, even a year.
Velasquez says weeks later, a CPD detective called them, informing them that one of the alleged squatters is the same woman accused of squatting in Marcia and Carlton Lee's home after leaving his.
What I say, professionals. They are professionals. They leave one spot, they're gonna go to another. And if they're in the same, the city or the county has the same laws, can't get them out unless you pay them, unless you get the courts involved, and they're in there for a couple days, or not even a couple days, a couple months, trying to get everything resolved legally. But crazy.
Property. In the Lee's case, Charmaine Powell Gillard was arrested and
Come on, man. Come on.
charged with burglary, forgery, obstructing identification.
You see that smirk on her face? That would have pissed me off, man. Cost me all this money. That would have pissed me off.
And criminal residential trespassing. In the meantime, Velasquez says he's working with a detective and he hopes action is taken in his case, too.
I heard stories before about squatters. I never thought it was going to happen to me.
The accused squatter, Charmaine Powell Gillard, said claims that she is a squatter are false and unfounded and wrote, quote, innocent until proven guilty. We also reached out to her alleged boyfriend, Codero, but have not heard back.
Claims that I'm a squatter are unfound and unjust. You are literally squatting in somebody's place that you don't own. That is what ain't no way. Now these laws that it's crazy to think about the laws that some of these places pass. Like in New York, I think that's one of them, like 30 days. They're in there 30 days without anybody saying anything. They can claim squatters' rights. Man. I think I'm here. I think in my state, the last time I looked it up, it was something crazy, like 10 years. You got to be in there 10 years to try to claim squatters' rights. But that is crazy. Main thing I can say about that is make sure you have cameras on any kind of rental properties have. You need cameras all around. That way you can have the recording of when they first broke in. That is a main factor. Check on your properties. And when in out, you got to release some roaches if you got to, I guess. Now, that's it for that video. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like,